Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and slam.
In your face.
You play 2K.
All the time.
You act.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. And David Aldridge.
Blazers.
The players love him. Thank you, David. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3.
And love seeing Brown drop the hammer. Just an amazing dunker who really bashes it in the basket.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. A lot of great rebounders tonight, Brent. Which brings up a question these days. Why do fewer players seem to be blocking out when rebounding?
Well, there's less and less opportunity to get the type of rebounds, Kevin, that we've seen typically through the years that are in the paint. How many times are these guys shooting field goal attempts from so far out that the ricochet off the rim is allowing these rebounds to get to what we call the moon,
right
around the free throw line and that dotted line from the free throw line. So guards and wings swooping in to pick up non-traditional boxed out rebounds.
Team rebounding.
Team rebounding is a huge aspect of any good team. Offensive rebounding has gone away.
Here's Collins. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Collins kicks to Lillard. For the 3. And Tatum pulls it down. The Celtics have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Hayward trying to get open. And Brown throws it down hard.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Lillard again missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
They grabbed their own miss. That shot, no good. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Walker finds Tice. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
A pass to Hayward. Tice with the ball. Anthony on him. And Hayward gets it to go.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
It's Brown with the drive.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now here's Anthony. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Guys, you talk about players coming in, and with a huge impact, Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Where do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum? Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Now, here's Nurkic. Right side, Collins. Just 5 on the clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. 3-pointer, Lillard. Nurkic dishes to Anthony. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup.
There's no stopping Melo there. Too strong for any kind of defense. It's going to take a bit more than that.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Man, and Tatum gets up on these alley-oops, has a great grasp of when to attack and exploit the opponent.
Now, here's Nurkic. McCollum, no good.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Well, the coach has confidence in CJ taking that shot, and so CJ has confidence in making it.
Walker in the post. He's guarded by Nurkic. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I...
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, they've got Enes Kanter. Jason Tatum is out there with Williams. Then it's Marcus Smart, and it's Wanamaker in the point guard.
Well, I would say that's as high percentage as you're going to get from Hassan Whiteside. He really takes off on those dunks.
And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
Here's Simons. From the high post, he drills it. Simons has got his first points in this one.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Here's Wanamaker. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Pass to Hazania. Portland moving the ball around. Pass to Trent. Here's Simons. Shoots it up. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Oh, Tatum in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass.
Here's Wanamaker. 6 points for him. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
I'd like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Outside Williams. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Over Hazonia. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their 2nd season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy who's ability to take away the mistakes, the simple mistakes he made last year, that's growth.
Because it's connected to so many other areas of his game.
Right, and he's not trying to do things that he wasn't capable of doing when he came into the league last year. He's understanding more of where it is that he's best suited in possessions and for that offense.
Good explanation. Anthony's checked in for Portland. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Anthony, the pass to Little. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Little's got his first 3 points of the game.
As his career has gone on, Melo has been better and better about finding the open man.
Williams. And Williams is right there. And the Celtics lead by 15.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
It's Brown with the drive. And finished off by Williams.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Boston making some changes. Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. Gordon Hayward comes in for Smart. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Inside. And it's Williams throwing it down.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
He hits the second from the line. Trailblazers trail by 17. To the middle. Here's Lillard, and Portland again with the bucket.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Walker goes in. Stolen by Collins. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And Nurkic did a great job just keeping the motor running.
And so that's the end of the first half. Celtics lead. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. There was no stopping Jason Tatum in the first half. He had 12 points, 2. And that'll...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at him.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Poked away, so it's Boston now. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Count it.
A guy who has lived up to lofty expectations. Tatum impacts the game across the board. And the game plan against the Blazers, the last few postseasons has been trapping Lillard and McCollum and forcing someone else to beat.
Yeah, and you wonder if this is an opportunity for Zach Collins to really step into his own, along with Nurkic, who last year was injured during the playoffs, so that there can be some points and contributions coming from your power forward and center position. That'll ease some pressure on your backcourt.
Back to Anthony. Shot clock at 5. McCollum outside. Just his first attempt. Hayward grabs the board. Hayward's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Anthony. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
To the wing right side. And here's Walker outside. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 3rd assist on the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Hayward on the wing. Back to Walker. Hayward outside. 3-pointer. That one doesn't go. Trailblazers trail by 16. 3-pointer, Lillard. Headshot off.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Here's McCollum. And Hayward with the block. But they'll get another chance. The 3. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Nurkic. 10 points for Damian Lillard.
Now, Lillard and Steph Curry, we talk about their unlimited range on display that time from Damian.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
McCollum against Brown. McCollum passes to Nurkic, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that matchup with the Mavericks, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. So Boston going with almost an entire new grouping. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Robert Williams comes in for Tatum. Smart's checked in for Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Here's Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Boston leading by 17. Smart passes to Cantor. And stolen by Williams. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Whiteside, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. That one swatted.
Williams dishes to Smart. Hayward outside. Lets it go from deep. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Hayward's got 5 now.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Wanamaker, and Whiteside sends it back. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Boston, controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Now, as we add stops and
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Enes Kanter is out there with Williams. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Hayward. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1. There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. Do you ever think that's going to happen?
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
No. We don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, there could be something that goes away soon.
Good work there as it goes.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Smart passes to Williams. Back to Smart. Here's Wanamaker. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Down low, Anthony. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Carmelo really has great footwork down low, showing off the feel right there when he gets near the paint.
From 10 feet out, jump shot is good. Kanter's got his first bucket in this one. To the inside. Here's Anthony. A second chance effort. Passes it to Trent. Lets the 3 fly. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Smart misses.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Boston leading by 15. Wanamaker the pass to Kanter. He dishes it to Smart. Outside Williams. Back to Smart. 4 on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. And stolen by Whiteside. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Chalk up 2 there. Trent's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
There's the pass to Williams. And the turnover again by Boston.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Zach Collins checked in for Portland. And the Celtics also making a change. Walker's checked in. Whiteside, the pass to Simons. Off target from 3-point range.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from 3-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
McCollum, that one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
Whiteside kicks to Collins. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Whiteside. McCollum right side. Over Smart. And it's off the back rim. No good. Celtics leading by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Celtics.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jason Tatum.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Cullen passes to Carmelo. The rebound by the Celtics. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's Hayward, and Hayward with the stuff.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Smart on the wing. Fires for three. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvement. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove? I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Showtime for the Raptors as they pulled into the building. Well, and I feel, David, they're still in great position. I know you do too. Thanks for that report. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for him.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Celtics, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center, filling out the middle. Steve, compare it now to when you were playing. Did teams go deeper into their benches than they used to?
Yeah, they do. I think because of this load management, resting players. So you see a lot of guys play a lot. And also what they've done right now with the G League, being able to bring guys up, they use those guys. And I think it helps a lot, even not on games, but in practice. You'll see more guys are involved in giving guys rest.
Yeah, that makes sense. Lowry against Walker. Clock at 6. Anunoby passes to Siakam. And stolen by Tatum. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
You can bet that was their game plan from the get-go. Don't be shocked if they're aggressive again today as well.
Brown finds Tatum. Here's Hayward. Good.
And that's where the added muscle Hayward has put on during his career comes into play. So effective in combating an aggressive defense. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Here's Walker, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here is Lowry. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
Here's Walker, and he uses the glass on the layup. Walker's got his second basket of the game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half. And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
And here is Siakam. Kemba Walker hitting his 3 to go. Here's Anunoby. It's rebounded by Tice.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Lets it fly, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
And Walker kicks to Brown. Tatum on the wing, covered by Siakam. Tatum's shot is off.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Count that one from Van Vliet.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
This is why you spend so much time devising ways to space the floor. If you can't, you don't get very far.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Here's Ibaka. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Back to Hayward. That shot is off. Now Toronto takes it the other way. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Walker against Lowry. Here's Anunoby, and there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And it's crucial that Anunoby knocks down that jumper, showing how skilled he is from the perimeter.
The kick out to Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. Knocked loose. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Raptors lead by 2. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now it's
bringing my defense toughness.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
They've got Smart, Tatum out there with Williams. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Wanamaker in at the point. That's the Boston 5. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Mark doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Kanter.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Passes to Gasol. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
What you know about Marc Gasol's game is he has a fantastic feel working down there in the interior.
Back to Smart. Shoots over Powell. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Smart. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Here's Powell, and Kanter pulls it down.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Tatum's shot is off.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And that one, good.
Just another part of what makes Gasol so special, the vision to locate the open man.
Here's Wanamaker from outside off the mark. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 3-point lead. Raptors moving the ball around. Banked in off the glass. Gasol's got 5 points so far. Defensively, Smitty, why do we see more full-court press in college than we do in the NBA?
You know, the guards are better at the NBA level, and I think also your 5-man, who usually a guy who can't bring it up, they're pretty good at the NBA level. Just overall, Kevin, the skill level at the NBA level is better at college, so you can't really trap guys and pick on one guy who's not equipped.
Outside, Davis. Gasol on the high post. Back to Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from the low block. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Over a decade in Memphis for Marc Gasol. Even played his high school basketball there. Now a new phase.
And when you spend as much time in one city as Marc Gasol and mean as much as he did to the Grizzlies franchise in that city of Memphis, you know what, Smitty? It's got to be tough to move on.
I'm sure, Kevin, for both sides. Regardless of what he accomplished moving forward, his jersey is getting retired in Memphis. No question about it.
Lowry against Walker. Takes the 13-footer, the putback, and there's Lowry putting it right back in. And the Raptors lead by 4.
He's just 6 feet, and he's a good rebounder. Lowry's heart and passion for the game is shining through.
Williams passes to Walker. Hands it from downtown. He's got 12.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Powell against Smart. Powell kicks to Siakam. Out left to the wing. Here's Anunoby. He's guarded by Williams. And the layup's good off the glass. Anunoby's got his third basket of the night.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
And finished off by Brown.
And there's no excuse for allowing Brown to get that deep. He's just brilliant at jamming it down the defense's throat.
Lowry passes to Siakam. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
I like this. I really do. He recognizes the mismatch, simply rises up and fires.
To the paint. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And it's a 5-point Toronto lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And then Brown with the dunk.
And you got to love Brown's shot selection. He's definitely capable of draining these types of shots consistently.
Pass to Powell. Hangs. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. And that should do it with the second half about to begin.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Yeah, in the first half, he took on the role of playmaker. I think it surprised the defense a little bit. Gave this offense a different dimension.
So for Toronto right now, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Red VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward. Celtics trail by 3. Up top, Walker. Lowry covering. Let's go. Walker's shot is off. Toronto shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. To the wing on the left. Lowry drives in, lays it up, and banks it in. Lowry's got 6.
And there are guys who can drive like Lowry, but not many that can shoot as well, too. That's what opens up his penetration game.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And here they come. Here's VanVleet. Nails the wide open jump shot. VanVleet's got the lead up to 8 now for the Raptors.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
Here's Anunoby. Defended by Hayward. Ibaka, no luck. Boston shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Lowry. He's got 6. Inside. And Ibaka slams it in.
That's a well-timed play, well executed, and Serge, a quick, powerful roller to work with.
Brown feeling out a bit. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And Brown is a guy who is constantly seeking contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him.
Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality, like on the free throw line, boxing out. like going up for rebounds. They let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust, and they find their way.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
They get it again. Williams missed inside.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Yep, that one goes in there. And now an 11-point Raptor lead.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Wanamaker, covered by Van Vliet. Stolen by Van Vliet. And they're on the break. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Norman Powell's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. Here's Wanamaker. He's guarded by Davis. Powell against Smart. To stop the run. Wanamaker misses. Raptors leading by 14. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Boucher. Gasol trying to free himself up. Boucher's shot is off. And it's Williams with the ball for the Boston Celtics. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. 1:10 left in the third. Davis drives in.
And a moment now to see the stats for Powell. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break, averaging about 23 points per, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
For sure, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He always seems to supply points for them in bunches.
Siakam is checked in for Toronto.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Cantor, and it's Toronto with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Having a big who can run the floor is obviously a value. What I like about Siakam, he can finish in so many ways.
Here's Smart. The 17-footer goes down. Smart's got his third basket of the night right there.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. It's good from long range. Hollis Jefferson's got 6 in the quarter. Celtics trail by 19. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
Kemba Walker's checked in for the Celtics. Davis against Walker. 3-pointer. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
It's hauled in by the Raptors. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the inside. Siakam misses.
And that was almost one for the highlights. The long-distance alley-oop, just a fraction off the mark.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
One thing we can't do is have...
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Walker and Smart the guards. Williams is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Tice in at the 5 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Williams finds Walker. 6 to shoot. Toronto grabs the miss.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
You know, I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school. It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pass to Tice. Williams up on top. And Smart now atop the key. Puts up a three. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. And a new group in for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Robert Williams. Shemi Ojeleye comes in for Jason Tatum. Green, he's checked in for Marcus Smart. And it's Edwards in for Kemba Walker. And then for Toronto, Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for Siakam. Thomas comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Patrick McCaw in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Ojeleye. Kept alive by Boston. Here's Tice over Ibaka. Goes up again. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lets it go from 14. The shot is good off the backboard.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Thomas kicks to Johnson. The tray connects from three-point range. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Here's McCaw. Edwards defending. McCaw, the pass to Johnson. They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Edwards. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, Smitty, the league's unveiled a new way for fans to watch. 99 cents. You get a 10-minute viewing pass for every out-of-market game. That's something.
I love it, Kevin, because I think a lot of times with social media, people are start talking about a game, and you can jump right in and get a chance to catch the most important part of the game.
And making it so affordable.
Yes, indeed. 99 cents. That sounds good to me.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
At the line for the Celtics, Carson.
Free throw good, Edwards. Steve, you know, there is some hostility we're finding between the media, some teams and players, boycotting of certain journalists. Coach Steve Kerr said it's a dangerous situation. What's your view?
You know, I think it is from a standpoint from a players and organization with the media, but I think also the media, somebody's going to have to police those guys as well. We got to have it where we're both on the same team. You might not agree, but you got to be on the same team.
I agree. Just 4 to shoot. Boucher passes to McCaw. Hits the three-point bomb. McCaw has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Toronto.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47. Down low. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road. Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Kicks to Thomas. Johnson in the corner. Raptors moving the ball around. Here's McCaw. And he's good on the three ball.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Drops it in.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Steve Smith.
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
The Raptors coming down the tunnel prior to the game. Well, I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at small forward. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. McCollum, no good. The Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer, he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Siakam with it. He's picked up by Collins. Stolen by McCollum. Lillard way outside. Buries it from three-point range.
Now, realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, Kev, I mean, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Here's VanVleet. Good as the jump shot falls. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Anthony finds Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. And here's Collins. Back to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Lillard misses.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Van Vliet. The three-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pulls from the top of the key, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. To the middle. While the NBA is entertainment, you know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. We don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest, to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely. Right side, Collins. .106 left in the first quarter. Swiped it away. Van Vliet with it. Now Anthony defending. Here's Siakam. Again, Toronto.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Trailblazers trail by 8. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. And a wide open look for McCollum. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, and sometimes you just got to assume every three McCollum is going to take is going to go in.
Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. Lowry against Lillard. And Ibaka slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Collins. Lillard finds Nurkic. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Lillard. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Lowry drives in. Count that bucket.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Anthony on the wing. Jacks up a three. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
And no question, it's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
We've got Davis. He's out there with Norman Powell. Marc Gasol is out there with Hollis Jefferson. And it's Boucher in a power forward. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Powell, no one around him, sinks the triple. Powell's got the lead up to 10 now for the Raptors.
And that 7'1" Gasol sees over the defense with ease. I mean, fantastic spot in the open man.
Here's Simons, guarded by Powell. 5 on the clock. And it's Little atop the key. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with the multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
That's tipped. Fast break, Toronto. Davis has got the ball, and we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. The pass to Gasol. Powell with it. Toronto working the ball around now. And Davis can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 12.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Pass to Powell. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Here are the top rebounders over the last month. Second is Hassan Whiteside.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
Trent. They get it back. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
The shot by Powell, no good. And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on their offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The wide open look here for Anthony. Whiteside. Here's Lillard. Great touch on the 16-footer. Lillard's got 7 points.
You better play up on Lillard at all times, especially when the pass is coming his way. You got to know he's ready to shoot once he catches it.
Lowry kicks to Davis. Over McCollum. And it's Davis missing. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 8-point game. And staying with the play, Anthony.
Yeah, you look at this run they're on, and you have to give a lot of credit to their effort on the glass.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Davis. Here is Lowry. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Utah Jazz. Here's Anunoby. Back to Lowry. Down low, and Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, just the length and explosiveness. Ibaka is a true force at the rim.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Toronto Raptors. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Toronto came out looking very confident. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some entertaining. And that does it for our halftime show.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Without question, Serge Ibaka displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Whiteside is out there with Nurkic, and it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending the guard and the pick and roll comes and he fights through that pick, and as a guard, an offensive player, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs they just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the gray areas of the rules. And as a defensive player, how can you use your skill, your will, and then your IQ not to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
Lowry passes to Van Vliet. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Damian Lillard.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness grade, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. Van Vliet's got 10.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive.
And Nurkic gets it to go.
Evolving is his game over time. That's what's going on. I mean, look, this demonstrates growth. Nurkic looking willing to challenge himself with these shots.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. He has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And staying with the play, Anthony.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Here's Lowry. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 6.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Lillard against Lowry. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Here's Nurkic, and he hits the jump shot. Nurkic has got 7 now in this quarter.
Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a while, right? I did not think that was good.
Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. Outside for Lowry. And yes, it's good. Lowry's got 8 points.
And what a take from Lowry, using that quickness to just blaze to the rim.
McCollum outside. Nurkic against Ibaka. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Deep 2 from Anthony, and Portland again with the bucket.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Van Vliet kicks to low. Such a wide open look. And the Raptors lead by 8. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Pass to Collins. Here's Anthony, covered by Siakam. The shot by Anthony, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Outside Lowry. Back to Van Vliet. Here's the 3. Kept alive. Siakam on the foul. And now a 10-point Raptor lead.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Van Vliet with the bucket. Van Vliet's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
McCollum outside. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Here the three-point line, it's McCollum. And so it's Toronto enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his...
You got to be strong with the ball. They're going to hit it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Powell. He's out there with Davis. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Boucher in at the 4 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They trail by 14. Passes it to Little. Here's Simons. Hazonia with the ball. Knocked away. 5 to shoot. Trailblazers trail by 14. Here's Whiteside. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Collins checked in for Mario Hazonia. Raptors shooting the lights out in this building. 68% from the field. On up the court. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Yes, that goes in. And the Raptors lead by 14. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Anthony dishes to Whiteside. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Shoots the 3. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Back to Powell, and there's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
You know what, Chris? Speed at any position is so vital. Who are the fastest big guys in the game right now that you admire and just can't believe how they go baseline to baseline?
The first one that comes to mind is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a Greek freak, but he's a freak of nature in basketball. His speed, his length, his athletic ability. You love seeing him. And I say a close second, Anthony Davis. And don't forget about Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, a lot of guys that love running the floor and put that pressure on the defense every time by getting out.
Davis drives in, and easy 2 points on the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Collins hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Collins has got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Hollis Jefferson. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Shots good by Boucher.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put it in.
Gasol with the steal. Poke loose. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Kicks it to Powell. He dishes it to Davis. Pass to Gasol. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Powell, the pass to Davis. Boucher. It's good on the putback. And the Raptors lead by 20.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Raptors.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn them.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kyle Lowry.
Well, he had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was the complete package.
Little gets the bucket.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
Here's McCaw. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away. Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And again, it's Toronto converting.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Lasagna's shot is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA.
Boston, Massachusetts, the destination for the Trailblazers. And ice in his...
The 2K Sports pregame show.
It's Friday night, and DA, it's...
Well, guys,
David, he's come a long way. Thank you. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Boston. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs.
And, you know, for Boston, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
You know, and that's something we see a lot from teams that come out of the blue like they have this season. Their confidence just grows and grows with each passing week, and they hit the playoffs riding high.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. And for Boston, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. To the inside, Tice. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Of course, we know these teams have great perimeter play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate. I love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, Bears, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
Oh, Tatum in position.
Well, you can see how dialed in Gordon Hayward can be. When he's on his game, the vision is exceptional.
McCollum passes to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Anthony dishes to Collins. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Collins. Clock at 6. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
And then Brown with the dunk.
Well, how about Jaylen Brown in transition, a phenomenal finisher in the open floor.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Lillard. There's the triple. Sinks the three-pointer.
There it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
In the corner. Tatum with it. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
McCollum finds Collins. Out to the right wing. Walker against Lillard. Pass to Collins. McCollum outside. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. That one drops for him.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Anthony kicks to Collins. Out to Anthony. And it's McCollum in the corner. Lillard outside. Outside Anthony from deep. And Boston with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. Excellent D there from Anthony.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Lillard attacking. Here's Collins. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 6 points.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
Hayward goes in. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Well, Gordon Hayward obviously still working his way back to peak form. Let's remember, this guy was an all-star in 2017. We know he can be a franchise guy.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Robert Williams comes in for Tatum. Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Simons, the pass to Hazanya. Here's Whiteside. Rebound by Williams.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back.
Oh, he got it to go!
Wow, how about that?
OMG, that's how you silence a crowd.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. It's the Celtics up 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come.
A lot of responsibility when things go bad.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure. But also, it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Hazanya at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the 2. In the corner, it's Little. Inside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible. In the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
Portland moving the ball around. Pass to Hazanya. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Williams. To the right side. Just 5 to shoot. Simons, the pass to Whiteside.
Well, you have to like that Kanter gets active on the defensive end. This is the area of his game that he continues to work on.
To the paint. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. If you're wondering who's been the best among the men in the middle, look no further. Here are the leaders in rebounding for the second half of the season. Second is Hassan Whiteside.
He has taken his rebounding very seriously since the break. It's really paid off for him and his team.
Smart misses. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
They like to fly in at the last moment rather than establish position early.
Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in and slam dunk by Smart.
Now that's about amazing quickness. How about Marcus Smart's ability to beat everybody up the floor with that burst?
Out to the wing. Little passes to Simons. Here's Trent. Hazonia with the ball. Guarded by Smart. Hazonia kicks to Whiteside. Shoots over Kansas. Portland no good that time either. Celtics have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And it's in there. Doris, great scoring is often reliant upon great football. And we hear coaches, don't we, talk about that all the time?
We really do, Kev. You look at a guy like Kyrie Irving, who at the point guard position is one of the great scorers. He's a clutch shooter. He doesn't go to the free throw line a lot, and it's because he's so elusive. Can finish left and right, puts a lot of English on his shots. DeMar DeRozan gets separation with incredible footwork, and maybe the best in the league right now in terms of his footwork. That tap dancing James Harden, which is just nearly impossible to check.
I love those names. You're so right. And it's fun to watch. What a skill.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Whiteside, the pass to Simons. The three-pointer, no good. Celtics leading by 4. Here's Tatum. Little with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's Simons missing.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Tatum makes it off the glass. Tatum's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Out to the right wing. Lasagna, the pass to Simons. Inside. Back to Whiteside. Pass to Lasagna. Here's Trent, guarded by Smart. Right wing. Here's Simons. Cans the shot from the wing. Simons has got 5 points so far.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Here's Trent. Gets the 14-footer to fall. And now just a 2-point Boston lead.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
And Cantor throws it down.
Boy, Cantor is a big-time target. Sometimes just throw it toward the rim. He'll take care of the rest.
No good on that one. And the Celtics going the other way now. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
Yeah, I thought the giveaways were a tremendous factor. They were taking some chances on D, jumping in the passing lanes, that sort of thing, and it really paid off for them.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Gordon Hayward, such a strong connection with his guys. I'll tell you, the alley-oop is pretty.
Collins. And so it's the Boston Celtics holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And it's been their...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. And that...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Gordon Hayward with another strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5. Trailblazers trail by 6. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Jusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. Nurkic finds Lillard and taken away by Brown. Hayward passes to Walker. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
I love when Jason Tatum is aggressive to score the basketball. He does a tremendous job keeping his focus.
And you look at Jason Tatum able to play either forward position. Doris, do you think his future is at the 3 or at the 4?
I think he is interchangeable at either position because his scoring can be devastating. For Jason Tatum, it's really a matter of making sure he continues to gain strength, continue to be a force and factor on the defensive end, and probably enhance his footwork around the rim a little bit.
And it's Lillard missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
And here's Tatum for 3. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists tonight.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
McCollum kicks to Anthony. The pass to Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Hayward. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Carmelo Anthony.
You know, you have to like the activity from your superstar. Anthony staying involved even off the basketball.
Walker the pass to Hayward. And here is Brown. Releases. Collins grabs the miss.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Anthony kicks to Collins. Over Hayward. Shot by Collins, no good.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead. Wow, how about the long arms and the timing of Jason Tatum on the alley-oop? Nice.
Who's watching here?
McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Rebound, Boston. Tice has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hayward passes to Tatum. Hayward, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Celtics lead by 18.
Well, there's length and athleticism when you're talking about Gordon Hayward, and that lets him get to the offensive window.
And how about the confidence to pull up from out there, and what skill to knock it down?
Pass to Brown. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's Tice. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Damian Lillard. The Celtics shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Hayward. Marcus Smart comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. And they call an illegal screen here. And moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Tatum.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And now Portland on the break. McCollum, no good. And here is Tatum. 14 points for him. Yep, that one goes.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here's Anthony from the arc. And Whiteside stays right with it.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here the three-point line, it's McCollum. He goes up again, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Trailblazers have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight. And he makes both free throws. 6 seconds left in the third quarter. It's stolen. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Celtics lead by 15. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the floor for Portland, we've got Anthony. Also Whiteside out there, and it's McCollum in at the shooting guard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Simons. Drains the three-pointer. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. Back to Anthony. Over Tatum. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Nice move. Here's Whiteside. Excellent D from Cancer. Boston leading by 18. Here's Smart. It's hauled in by Trent.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
2 points. That one goes.
Well, if you let Melo get his feet set, turn the lights off.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's Smart. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Trailblazers trail by 16. That's a 2 from Lillard. Gets an open look and hits.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Gordon Hayward comes in for Smart. Here's Lillard. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Brown. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. A shot by Hayward, wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Nurkic. The shot misses. And the Celtics going the other way now. Walker in the post. Covered by Lillard. Shot's good by Walker.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Anthony dishes to Collins. That's a 2 from Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Celtics leading by 19 points. Oh, Tatum in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, Greg, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Left side Walker launches a 3, and again Boston with the triple.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And it's the Celtics ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Brown feeling it out a bit. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Boston.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jason Tatum.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Tatum. Jimmy Ojeleye comes in for Gordon Hayward. Green, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Edwards in for Kemba Walker. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Gabriel's checked in. Adams against Edwards. In the corner, it's Little. Pass to Horde. Here's Gabriel. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Ojeleye. Offline with the baseline jumper. Drive by Adams, and he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Robert Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. They throw good, Adams. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Floats it up for Williams. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Lasagna, the pass to Horde. Drops in the tray.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony.
improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives head. Welcome, payday. Well, yeah, they dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward at small forward, at Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at center. And for the Raptors, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump and you start to say, I like that team.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. To the inside. It's stolen by Tice. Hayward goes in and slam dunk by Tatum.
Man, and Tatum gets up on these alley-oops, has a great grasp of when to attack and exploit the opponent. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. From outside the arc.
On top of being a high-level run and jump athlete, Siakam shows great lateral speed. He can guard both on the perimeter and in the post.
Now, here's Siakam. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Utah. Outside for Lowry. Shoots over Walker. And the Raptors miss again.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Now here's Hayward. Defense is right there, and it's good. 2 points.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Now, here's Siakam. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Siakam inside. Guarded by Tatum. 5 to shoot. They could use a bucket. Kemba Walker comes up with the loose ball. Celtics leading by 6.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Now here's VanVleet. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Marc Gasol's checked in for Siakam. Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Now he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Now here's Powell. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Brown drives in, and he banks in the layup.
And really, Brown is astonishing when he takes it inside. The defense does not know what to do with it.
Outside, Davis to the middle, Gasol. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's speed.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
It's stolen by Davis. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's Gasol. And it's all evened up. Gasol's got his second basket of the night.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Powell, no one around him. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Brown wide open. He fires. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. The Raptors have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Down low, here's Gasol, and finished off by Gasol.
When you're 7-1, that rim's not far out of reach.
Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Smart. Tight defense on him, and he lays it straight in.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart. 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. With the shot. And the Raptors miss again. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the dunk by Brown.
And that's about maximum range for an alley-oop, guys. It's got to be.
That's just crazy. Absolutely nuts. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Making his mark in Toronto, guard Kyle Lowry talked about the pipe.
Vince Carter really changed the game.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Carter's exciting style of play, GA, really energized the whole country.
And playing basketball in a hockey town isn't easy, but Carter really helped get this city and country energized about the game of basketball.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, DA. Great story, and thank you. The Raptors shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Siakam is checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Hollis-Jefferson, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Norman Powell. And they pick up 2. Hayward's got his second bucket.
There's the versatility we talk about. Gordon Hayward able to score on all 3 levels.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. An accomplished family for Anunoby. His father's a professor. His brother played pro football.
And OG Anunoby, he's put together like a football player himself. A powerfully built player for a wing.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Davis.
The Toronto Raptors are an elite defensive group. Reasons why: they're long, they're smart, and they're experienced.
Williams kicks to Williams. From deep, Walker. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
All right, a chance here to check out Kyle Lowry. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. 7th in assists. and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Boucher passes to Lowry. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Celtics take it the other way. You talk about the defensive IQ, Smitty, for the Raptors. Where does that reveal itself?
For me, Kevin, their rotations. They are able to send help, double teams, and still recover and get out to shooters.
Celtics leading by 3. Here's Smart. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Outside Lowry. Passes it to Boucher over Williams. Boucher's shot is off. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Smart misses. Here's Anunoby, defended by Hayward. Takes it out to Siakam. Back to Anunoby. Pass to Boucher. Clock at 4. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Smart. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Over to the wing. And stolen by Siakam. All alone. And Siakam throws it down.
You know, it's not just the energy Siakam brings to the defensive end. It's the instincts. Great job turning them over.
And it's Williams finishing it off. A Smitty of recent players to enter the league. Which had rookie seasons that surprised you?
I think Donovan Mitchell, the way he came out of the gates. I knew Luka Doncic was good, but because I hadn't seen much film or seen him live, he surprised me. Trae Young, the way he's played from a small guard position, those are some of the guys that have surprised me. Some were high drive picks, and some were a little bit lower, but those are the 3.
Back to Anunoby. Lays it up off the glass. Anunoby's got 5 now.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
Outside Williams. Back to Smart. From the arc. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 4 assists in the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Lowry passes to Siakam. And he uses the glass on the layup. Siakam's got 4 points in the quarter.
This is what I like about Lowry. Not just looking for his shot, even though he's an excellent scorer.
And Williams throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And it's good for 2. Van Vliet's got his second basket. And Walker's got the ball here for the Celtics. 4-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. Stolen by Van Vliet. Siakam inside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You have to give Pascal Siakam a lot of credit. He's continued to improve the shooting percentage both from the field and the line.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Here's Wanamaker. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the... And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Marcus Smart getting it done today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Tatum for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during the season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. VanVleet can't get it to go.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Anunoby passes to Hollis Jefferson. Raptors moving the ball around. Lowry kicks to VanVleet. Clock is at 3. It's blocked. Walker with it. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. You look at the Raptors. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And, of course, there's the Celtics, sitting directly below them, just 1 spot down.
And, you know, for the Celtics, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
It really has been amazing. Everyone just kept waiting for them to fade, and it never happened.
And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. He's getting a little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
And the Raptors with some changes. Gasol comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Powell in for Fred VanVleet. Enes Kanter's checked in for Boston. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Walker. And the shot goes down. Ibaka's got the lead up to 4 now for the Raptors.
When you have someone with Ibaka's size and coordination, it's a crime not to get him some looks inside.
Brown the pass to Kanter. Brown dishes to Kanter. Here's Wanamaker. Good on the triple. Wanamaker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Where was the D there? No one was covering the open man.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Now the pass to Gasol. Over Tice. And it falls over the rim and in. 8 points for Marc Gasol.
That's how you like to set up a big man for the shot. Gasol just catching it and letting it go.
Wanamaker the pass to Brown. It's stolen by Lowry. Now the Raptors moving it up. Goes up, and the dunk by Powell.
The quickness of Kyle Lowry getting them out and running.
Outside Tatum. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Lowry passes to Hollis Jefferson. Got that bucket in no time at all. And the Raptors lead by 5.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Brown. Tice. It's good on the putback.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Lowry misses off the left iron.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Bucket is good, and it's now only a 1-point Raptor lead.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call, foul on Boston. Raptors have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Davis comes in for Kyle Lowry. Marcus Smart's checked in for the Celtics. Kanter against Siakam. Kanter kicks to Smart. Out to the right wing. Wanamaker looking over the floor. Over Davis. Here's Kanter. Got a piece of it.
And what you like about Siakam as a rim protector, the strong fundamentals, able to affect shots without fouling. That's the pass you want, orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. It's the Raptors. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Boston, Walker and Smart, the guards. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Kanter in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Gasol. Knocks down the 10-footer.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Hayward from outside. Gasol with the rebound. Toronto leading by 4. Deflects the pass from 8. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Tatum. Toronto grabs the miss. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. This all no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Tatum kicks to Smart. Passes it to Walker. The Celtics working the ball around now. Yep, it counts. 6 points for Gordon Hayward.
Not the guy you want to let catch fire. Hayward better be first on your mind.
Van Vliet. Hammering it in.
You know, he's known as a lunch pail guy. Siakam showing the crowd a little extra that time.
Outside, Walker. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Celtics trail by 6. Tatum on the wing. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter.
Gasol with those long arms is a shot blocking expert, especially down low.
And Kanter pulls it down. Toronto foul. Kanter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Robert Williams is checked in for Enes Kanter. The Celtics have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. The kick out to Williams over Gasol. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And it's Davis with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got the lead up to 9 now for the Raptors. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. And stolen by Siakam. Here's Van Vliet. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Here's Anunoby. It's good again, and an excellent 7th for 8 shooting night so far.
The big fella loves to pass. Marc Gasol with the vision and court awareness to do it from anywhere on the floor.
Smart against Davis. 1:29 left to play in the final quarter. And the shot goes in. Davis has got 4 this quarter.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
It's stolen by Davis. Here's Siakam. Misses the 3. Celtics trail by 13. Walker goes in. Oh, Tatum in position. And stolen by Siakam.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Raptors.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47. Gasol against Williams. It's good.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And that one, good.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. It's deflected. They recover it. Another block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
Soaring high above the Willamette. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, in that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
Yeah, I'm not sure if their last game was a basketball game or a wrestling match, the way they went about it. Just so physical and dominated it.
Now here's Van Vliet, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brent, 2 explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, Kevin, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I can see the bruises. And here's McCollum following Kyle Lowry's 3, 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Van Vliet. And that one goes long.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Passes to Anunoby. To the left side wing. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The wide open look here for Anthony. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And stolen by Siakam. And it's Lowry penetrating, and the shot goes in. Lowry's got 5 points so far.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Anthony with it, now guarded by Siakam. Collins wide open, he fires. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate, good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Here 3 for 7-footer Zach Collins, showing some real potential as a 3-and-D rim protector.
The interesting thing about last year in Zach Collins was how he played in the playoffs, stepping up, playing with tremendous confidence, playing with physicality. Showed a lot of signs of why it is Portland moved up a couple years ago in the draft to get Zach Collins in uniform.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break and finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic getting up there and waiting that rim.
Raptors leading by 7. Out to the right wing. Toronto working the ball around now. And there it is for him. Ibaka's got his second bucket of the night.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Lillard dishes to Anthony. And the 3 off target.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contribution.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group.
Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Nurkic. Boucher with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
From downtown, a nice shot by Simons. 1 second left, and there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Davis.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points come.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down block.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complimentary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. One-on-one here. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Trent.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Powell for 3. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Here's Little, and it's Little finishing it off.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Powell kicks to Boucher. Gasol trying to free himself up. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at Portland, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot.
And when you look at Portland, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Here's Powell, and Whiteside sends it back.
Whiteside, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. That one's swatted.
And Portland with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Here's Trent, guarded by Powell. Pass to Whiteside. Little with the ball. The pass to Hazonia. Here's Trent. 6 to shoot. Back to Hazonia. Portland needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside. Just an incredible month of basketball. 2nd in rebounding. 2nd in blocks, and he's right there among the most efficient scorers in our league. 3rd overall in field goal percentage.
And again, look what he's done so far this season. Wiping the boards clean, ranking 2nd in the league in rebounds. Outstanding effort. Here's Siakam, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Siakam's got 6. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, three great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move, off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Portland grabs the miss. 1:37 left in the second quarter. McCollum finds Hezonja, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Now just a 1-point Toronto lead. McCollum against Powell. Siakam outside. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Well, let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that time. Fourth, Kyle Lowry.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
Well, he is the modern point guard defined. Players who aren't just out there to direct traffic and keep the ball moving, but guys who can lead the entire offense at times by themselves. Just tremendous scorers.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're hitting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Here's Anunoby, and he makes that one. Anunoby's got the game tied up here for Toronto.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Collins passes to Anthony. Collins kicks to Anthony. No good on the three.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. To the middle. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. No coverage that time. Nurkic has got 7 points in the game.
And Nurkic proving he's got a little touch there from the mid-range. Very difficult guy to guard.
Pass to Siakam. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul. It's all tied in Portland. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to some struggles for Portland in the first quarter. A big part of the problem was their defense and inability. Thanks for joining.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done is Jusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the three, the small forward. VanVleet sinks the 15-footer. VanVleet's got the first bucket of the third here for Toronto.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
Collins finds Anthony. Lillard outside. To the paint. Pocket six. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game.
Not bad. Nurkic with a nice shot there, especially off of that assist.
Here's Ibaka. Good on the shot. Ibaka's got 6.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot. and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
McCollum outside. Outside Anthony. Lets it go from the wing. He gets that one.
A mellow special right there, playing in the mid-range. It's pretty much been his home his entire career.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Launches it. Toronto grabs the miss. Siakam's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Lillard finds McCollum. Deep 2 from Anthony. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Left side Ibaka. The Raptors need to get a shot on Anunoby. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Offensive rebound. Over to the left wing. And the shot is good. The Raptor lead has been cut to just 1 in the basket from Trent.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around. Keep it moving. Try to get an assist on every bucket.
Lowry passes to Gasol. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 6 points for Marc Gasol.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Boucher. Hezonja defending. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Now Powell. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And again, Toronto with the triple.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Hezonja kicks to Lillard. And now, here's Hezonja. He averages about 5 points a game. Nurkic finds Lillard. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Inside, it's stolen by Little. Leaps for it. There's 31 seconds left here in the third quarter. And the pass to Trent. And he jams it with authority.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Lowry passes to Boucher. Outside for Lowry. Alley-oop try, and it's sent back by Lillard. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Raptors lead by 2. We're going to step. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Whiteside. Collins is out there with Anthony. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And Anthony gets it to go.
And it's official. They have come all the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
This is a testament to this team's fortitude, never giving up. Folks, we've got a new ball game.
Pass to Davis. Up again. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Trailblazers moving the ball around. On deep, Collins to take the lead. And Anthony gets it to go.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Davis, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Collins comes over with the double team. And Davis wide open. He shoots. And the Raptors miss again.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Back to Anthony. Fires from deep. Again, the miss by Anthony.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. That one good for 2. Hollis Jefferson's got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
It's stolen by Davis. Fast break, Toronto. Jumps up, and the dunk by Powell.
And you might not have expected him to go for the steal there, but boy, oh boy, did that ever work out.
Pass to Trent. It's stolen by Davis. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And that one drops for him. And it's a 4-point Raptor lead.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Fast break, Toronto. Outside for Gasol. Outside, Davis. Now the pass to Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Davis. Goes back up. The shot by Powell, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Pass to Simon. Collins dishes to Anthony. And it's Kyle Lowry with the rebound. Lowry's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Davis. Beyond the arc. Good on the 3-point shot. Davis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight. How about Collins getting a big-time opportunity there?
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Davis kicks to Lowry. And the basket is good.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Right wing. Right side, the pass to Simons. To the right side. Back to Whiteside. Shot clock at 5. Simons. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Powell. Pass to Davis. Left side, Gasol. Over Whiteside. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Raptors lead by 7.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game now.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and Involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
That was a big one. You can hear it.
And sometimes the silence of a crowd can speak volumes.
Lillard misses.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Siakam kicks to Anunoby. Can't connect from long distance. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.